Welcome back to Blackbeard Crypto. Today's episode, we're going to go over the new router that we got and seeing if a new router is something that actually helps or if it doesn't. So we ended up going with this one here. It's an ASUS AX5700 dual band. Great processor in it, good CPU, so the thing actually does what it's supposed to. So mainly the reason we got a new router is the other one was starting to get a little bit of latency to it. So it was slowing down quite a bit. But to be honest, we had the thing for 5 or 6 years. So it's kind of expected for it to kind of, go to the wayside there. So this one here we got mainly because we have a gamer in the house, teenager, loves to game. The wife loves to stream videos in the bedroom, and mainly I stream videos out in the living room. So we got a lot of streaming going on, and of course we have the miners running as well. So we wanted a little bit better stable connection. So I went with this one because the reviews were pretty excellent with it. And to let you guys know, this ASUS is a bad boy. This thing rocks it. So right now with the 2.4 gigahertz, we're running about 3 times faster than we was with the standard Wi-Fi modem from our ISP. So this thing is actually really just banging it out. I was really surprised on how much faster it is. Now, it's awfully fast on the 2.4, but the 5 gigahertz is amazing. I'm running over 500 megabytes a second. That's extremely fast internet. So we're getting over 500 bits, and this thing is banging in every room. So it's working like a champ. And then of course it has extra ports to it as well. So it's got 4 LAN ports, and of course those are going to the miners. I have one set up on a switch, so we have one LAN line going out, and it's dedicated to the gaming LAN line. So that one there is kind of a priority for the landlines. So we've got that running out through the garage, of course through the electrical system. We've got a little splitter on there that shoots it to the switch in the garage. Now, the miners, the reason I want to do that is because they did have some latency problems. There was a lot of rejected stales on a couple of them. And of course, those couple of them are overclocked quite a bit. So of course, they're going to have those issues. But just getting the line a little bit more stable now, the errors have cut down. So it's only been 3 days of running this new router, but the errors have cut down on that. So if you're looking for the mining aspect of it, I just have one quick tip for you. When you go into the ASUS or ASICS information, you pull up their little website, and you pull up the native app for it, so you can go through what's connected to your network. Make sure you turn the malicious sites off because it will block your miners. I ran into that problem myself, but just turned it off, rebooted it, thing was fine. So no biggie there. But as far as the speed goes, this thing is amazing. It is so much faster than what we had previously with the ISP. So definitely if you're rocking with, like we had 1 gig is what we're paying for. With their ISP router and Wi-Fi, it wasn't all that great at all. We still had a lot of dead spots in the house. With this guy here, no dead spots whatsoever in the house. The house isn't gigantic by any means. A little over 1,500 square feet, 3 bedrooms. So, it's about the average size house. But this thing is hitting everywhere in the house. So there's no dead spots in the house. Teenager loves the gaming, says this definitely sped up his games, made him much better to play. And the wife's very happy. She says she's got a little bit better picture, and it's not pausing at all. So that's definitely a good thing. For me, it was just mainly the miners. I wanted to get rid of the rejected stales on there because I knew that was a legacy problem and not had anything to do with the miners. So it did work. It's working a hell of a lot better now. If you've ever looked into getting a new router, ASUS is a great brand to use. I usually use Netgear. I really like Netgear, but this guy was a good price. Got it for $250. It's been $250 for a while, and it does have the Wi-Fi 6 to it as well. Now, the only thing that we have that's Wi-Fi 6 is our phones. So there's no point really, flipping the Wi-Fi 6 on. So I turned that off just so it wouldn't give any problems to the rest of the devices. Now, if we start migrating in more Wi-Fi 6 devices, then we can go ahead and switch it on over. And that's kind of the reason why I went with this router, so that way we don't have to replace it in a year or two. That we should be good with this one for 4, 5, 6, 7 years, is what I'm hoping anyways. But it definitely did help with stabling out the miners themselves, giving them a little bit more of a stable connection. So that was definitely helpful in what I was looking for in it. So if you're mining, definitely remember to go in there, turn off your malicious sites, so that way your routers won't get blocked from, running. But other than just to look at it, I'm not real big on the way it looks. A lot of people dig the design. I think it's all right. But as far as performance goes, yeah, A+. This thing is definitely worth the money. And like I said, it ran around $250, and that's not a bad price for a router. It really isn't. But this thing is banging. If you're kind of stuck on your ASUS Netgear, whatever you're doing, this one here definitely does a trick, and it is much faster. And like I said, I'm getting over 500 megabytes right now. And to me, I've never had that fast of internet, so that's awesome. It really is. So to me, it's a good buy. Definitely a good buy. If you're looking at a router, check out ASUS. Check out the AX5700. It is a good one. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day and enjoy your weekend.